Most of us were raised to become ordinary. Extraordinary is something very, very different. This is about recognizing within yourself that there's something very, very extraordinary that you haven't been trained to believe in, to come to a place where you can apply it and put it into your life. But more than that, you can go way beyond ordinary. You can go way beyond just being average.
You are attracted to greatness because greatness is all in you. But it's easier to watch greatness. It's easier to go see greatness than it is to put in the time, to put in the energy, to discipline yourself, to sacrifice. It's easier. And so that's why you average. And so you frustrated because you're not living like you should live. No, you don't have what you should have. You're not being who you should be. And so that's why you don't want to wake up in the morning.
If you would like to accomplish something, you must first expect it of yourself. And my question to you is, what do you expect of yourself? Do you expect to be able to perform miracles, to attract into your life the kind of prosperity that you are entitled to? Do you expect that you can manifest the kind of relationships that you would like? You must change what's possible for you.
You will change the world. Let that sink in. You will change the world.
Because every single one of you have greatness inside of you. Every single one of you will be something special to this world. I only wanted to give you a short message to tell you that God leaves a gift on the bottom of the stairs, and it's literally up to you to walk up those stairs and show the world your gift. I don't care if you're working at a McDonald's. I don't care if you're a garbage man. I don't care if you have a college education or even a high school education. Your greatness and your degrees God already placed inside of you. So when you get all them people telling you that you'll never be nothing and you'll never amount to nothing, even family, you just keep grinding. You keep grinding, because if you stop, they're gonna say, hey, I told you so. Every time you walk in the room with anybody, know that you're special. Know that you mean something to this world. I don't care where you started at. I don't care who told you what you couldn't be. I believe in you.
One great American said, I choose not to be a common man. It's my right to be uncommon if I can. I seek opportunity, not security. I do not wish to be a kept citizen, humbled and dull by having the state look after me. I want to take the calculated risk, to dream and to build, to fail and to succeed. I refuse to live from hand to mouth. I prefer the challenges of life to the guaranteed existence, the thrill of fulfillment to the still calm of utopia. I will never cower before a master, nor bend to any threat. It's my right to stand erect, proud and unafraid, to face the world boldly and say, this I have done.
You will change the world.
There's nothing as powerful as a changed mind. You can change your hair, your clothing, your address, your spouse, your church, your residence. But if you don't change your mind, the same experience will perpetuate itself over and over again, because everything outwardly changed, but nothing inwardly changed. There is nothing as powerful as a changed mind.
You what the real prison is. It's not surrounded by barbed wire or electrical fences. The real prisons do not have guards. The real prison's up here. And we all got it. We all have a mind that chatters. So often won't stop chattering.
You are the reason you're not winning. You keep messing with negative, evil, and dysfunctional people and expecting positive results. How easy and how convenient is it for us to blame everything and everybody for the things that we have going on in our lives? There is a such thing as you being a positive and a great person with the best of intentions towards everybody, and shit is rough and you just can't get a break. But most of you are waking up every day looking for pain, dysfunction, drama, unemployment, being broke, struggling, dropping every excuse in the book about your childhood and the problems and dysfunction that you grew up in that's stopping you from becoming successful. You don't like your friends, so why are you still fucking with them? You don't trust your managers, agents, and lawyers, so why are they still there? Do you really expect your life and career to be any different from messing with the same things, people, and situations?
Because if you're going to blame people for all the shit, you better blame them for all the good too. If you're going to give them credit for everything that's fucked up, then you have to give them credit for everything that's great. I'm not asking you to stop blaming. I'm saying blame elegantly, blame intelligently, blame effectively. Blame at the level of your soul, not the level of your fucking head. Because life is not so simple and black and white.
To dump out all jealousy, all pettiness, all unforgiveness, all strife, all malice, all confusion, all blaming other people for your mistake. You got till midnight to get rid of every poison that's hindering you, every inflexibility that's stopping you from what God is about to pour into your life. Woe be unto you if you go into another year and waste another year with the old mentality while somebody's in the hospital begging God for the opportunity that you have right now. You better step into this moment. You have to fix the mind before you can bestow the blessing, because until they get their mind right, everything you invest in them is going to leak out of the crevices of a mind that refuses to change. I will rejoice and be glad that I will rejoice. I, as an act of my will, I've decided I'm going to rejoice. I made up my mind. I'm going to be happy. I made up my mind. I'm going to enjoy. I'm as healthy as I'm going to be. I'm as young as I'm ever going to be. I can't get any younger. I can't roll the clock back. What I got left, I'm going to maximize this. I will rejoice.
If you could live forever, would you? The way I look at it is the knowledge that I'm going to die that creates the focus that I bring to being alive. The urgency of accomplishment. The need to express love now, not later. If we live forever, why ever even get out of bed in the morning? Because you always have tomorrow. That's not the kind of life I want to live.
What is ticking off here is not the clock, it's your life. It is not the clock ticking away. It is your life ticking away.
Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. they somehow already know what you truly want to do. Everything else is secondary.
But why, don't you fear not being around?
I fear living a life where I could have accomplished something and didn't. That's what I fear.
The important thing is, what's the purpose of your life? Why are you here? We gotta look at what makes you really do what you do. Everything on earth has a purpose, and you do too. That purpose provides an inner drive that once you tap into it can give your life immense fulfillment. It'll also give you certainty. You need to find something that's eternal inside of yourself, that no matter what changes on the surface, this part of you does not change. It's the part you come back to, the part that guides you, the part that really makes you fulfilled. See, all of us in life have to have a reason to be here. If all you're doing out there is going out and trying to achieve goals, and then you achieve them, then I'm sure you've run into that trip-up wire that says, okay, I've achieved the goal, and now what? Right? You achieve the goal, your brain says, is this all there is? The purpose of the goal of so many times is not to achieve the goal. The purpose of the goal is what it makes of us as people, who we become. Ultimately, though, we have to have a sense that who we even have become has some kind of meaning. Without that, there's not a reason to live. There's not a reason to get up. There's not a reason to go out there and make it happen. And life is meant to be a happy, to be a joy, to appreciate the little things as well as the big things, to appreciate one another, to be givers, to be lovers of life. I say to you that if you're driven by anything other than your love and your spirit and your desire to contribute, your desire to grow and expand, if you're driven by your need to please others, if you're driven by your fear, if you're driven by your past, maybe it's time to free yourself. And the way to do it is decide. Decide consciously what you want your life to be about. Decide consciously what's the purpose of your life. Something simple, something you can live every single day.
Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart.
There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions. So to me, what failure is the mother of all success.
You cannot achieve success without failure. Some of my biggest successes come from some of my biggest failures.
Because failure is an experience that lends to wisdom that ultimately makes you a stronger version of yourself. Right now you want to play basketball. Well, it's not in the cards for you. But you know what you discovered? How to be committed, how to be disciplined, how to deny the self so that you can move forward in the direction of your dreams. You've won in that regard. The failure is just a signpost that you're going in the wrong direction.
So once you learn how to fall, you realize that the only thing bad about falling is the ego. The ego will trick you into thinking there is something wrong with falling. No, you can't have up without down, right? When you fall, you now have a chance to rise. So without falling, there would be no rise. Without the darkness, you would not be able to see the star.
Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's gonna be a lot of times y'all about to fail. I'm still failing every day. We are all a work in progress. And one day, you'll be sitting in the dark like I was. And you're gonna be asking yourself, what am I gonna do now? You're gonna ask yourself again and slow it down. What am I gonna do now? But in that moment, I want you to remember the power of you.
Man, you knew how good you were. You knew how good you are. You are good. I'm here to tell you. Some of you never heard it. You are good. Each and every one of you in here. This is the best news you've ever heard in your life, because once you understand that you're good, you act accordingly.
Listen, life's about, falling down and getting up. It doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down, it's about getting back up. So if there's any kid out there that's told by a parent or a coach or a teacher or somebody that they look up to, somebody that's supposed to push them and believe in them, and they're told no, don't listen to them. Believe in yourself. Sometimes the outcome isn't always what you desire it to be. But the true failure in life is not trying at all.
Most people aren't willing to get on that journey because they're afraid to fail. You, my friend, have failed. Congratulations. It's the greatest thing that ever happened to you, because it shows that you're alive, it shows that you did something, and it shows that you're growing stronger. Now go and fucking fail again, bro. I hope you guys that watch these videos, I hope you go and fail 1,000 fucking times. Keep going and out there and failing. You know what that means? Every time you fail, it means to me, it tells me that you're doing something. Go out there and fucking fail. It's the greatest joy in life, because it says so much about your character and it adds so much to who you're becoming. But we live in a culture, in a day and age, where everybody wants something for nothing. You're supposed to fail. You're supposed to fucking fail, because failure is the stepping stone to success. It's not just cliche.